Every letter of legacy builds towards this final one. We had lead with love, elevate others, give generously, act with purpose, and care deeply. But none of this matters if the why, which is you, isn't real. Because leadership isn't just taught, it's caught. And people are always watching you. Why does that matter? Well, John Maxwell says a leader is one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. And Jim Collins reminds us that great leaders look out the window to give credit in success, and in the mirror to take responsibility in failure. The truth is, your people will forget 90% of what you say, but they'll never forget how you lived, how you led, how you showed up, and how you made them feel. The real legacy of leadership is not in the policies that you write, but in the uplifting example that you set that moves others to act. People like to be around uplifting, positive, optimistic, acting people. Ask yourself, is that you? Can you make something better that would make it more you? I've seen this in my own journey more times than I can count. There were times when I thought the right words would fix everything, but my actions didn't always line up. And guess what? People noticed. Other times when I acted with consistency, with patience, integrity, positivity, confidence, and even humility, that spoke louder than any speech. In fact, some of the greatest compliments I've ever received were not about what I said, but about the example I tried to live. And those are the moments I hope to be remembered for. Not that I even need them anyway, per se, but they do let you know, they let me know when I'm on the right track or when I'm not. This is why caring and giving and elevating and leading and loving, it all circles back to you. Because if you don't live it, nobody else will. Why should they? You're not. For me, this is also a matter of faith. Faith that I'm here to model something greater than myself. Faith that my children and my teammates and maybe even the next generation of leaders, including and especially our grandchildren and maybe even great grandchildren, will catch this example from the old guys in the old days, because today's world isn't quite the same. And then they can add to it and carry it further than I could ever do. That, my friends, is what the infinite game is about. Your legacy isn't about you per se, it's about how your example shapes others. Now, I know this can feel like a lot of pressure too. You might be thinking, great, now I've got to be like perfect, right? Nope. People don't need perfect leaders, they need authentic ones, yes. And authenticity includes mistakes, as long as you own them and seek to correct them and atone for them ASAP. In fact, sometimes admitting that you blew it is the most trust building example you can ever set. So here's your challenge to wrap up this starter series, if you will, because I'm going to do more. Do a legacy check. Ask yourself, if people only had my actions and not my words to go on, what would they say I stood for? And then pick one behavior this week that you want others to catch from you and model it, live it, let them truly see it with authenticity, right? So as you can see, the why, therefore, in legacy is you, right? Because leadership isn't about titles or talk. It's about the example that you live every single day. Are you smiling or frowning, right? So as we close this first series, remember, yes, lead with love, elevate others, give generously, act with purpose, care deeply, and then embody it all in you. Because in the end, the real legacy And your only true legacy, as is for me, is you. Have a great one.